set the stage for entire Bible because starts with the concept of God. Okay, reveals person and nature of God. Okay, so it presents God as a creator, sustainer, judge, and redeemer. Okay, so the value and dignity of human beings. It also shows, tells us that the value and dignity of the human beings and saved by grace. Okay, so they are actually created in the value actually came to human beings because they were actually created in the image of God. Okay, uh, then it also tells about the the fall, the tragedy and consequence of sin, and the finally actually it tells us the promise and the assurance of salvation. Okay. Brother, next slide. Yeah. So, friends, actually, when it comes to the creation, okay, in the beginning, God created heavens and earth. So when it we all know these are the terms actually, the planets, the solar system, galaxy, cluster of galaxies, supernova, black holes, asteroids, comets, etc. These are the terms actually all tells about the heavens and earth. Okay, so we all maybe some of you are very familiar what is galaxies and all. Okay, can anybody please tell us in which galaxy actually we are living now? What is the name of the galaxy we are living now? Can anybody please?
I remember about the Milky Way, but I don't understand the. Yeah,
yes,
the Milky
yes,
Way.
you are correct. Yes, you are
yes.
correct, brother. Yeah, you are correct. So we are living in Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so there are number thousand, maybe millions of galaxies are there. Okay, some scientists actually they divide these galaxies into 4 groups. Some are they divide it into 6 groups. Mostly actually in 4 groups. So you see here elliptical, spiral, lenticular, and irregular, regular, and other type of galaxies. So you see here the pictures. Okay, you see here the pictures and all. So these are the types of the galaxies actually we are now living in, and we are living in Milky Way galaxy. Okay, next slide, please. See, this heavens and earth, this galaxy is actually the vast galaxy we live in, spinning at the speed of 490,000 miles an hour. Okay, so the Milky Way actually we are in, actually it rotating itself with maybe 4 lakhs 90 miles at an hour. So it takes for our Milky Way galaxy to rotate for one time. That means where it started and ends the same place by 200 million years it will take. Okay, to complete its rotation. So that means how big the Milky Way is. Okay, many stars are there, thousands, millions of stars are there in only one galaxy, that is Milky Way. Okay, so that type that even bigger galaxies than the Milky Way is also there. Okay, maybe I think today I saw in Google News, NASA released some new pictures about galaxies. Okay, so the new information actually they are sharing now. So that means the universe is very vast. Okay, the heavens actually created is very, very unimaginable. Uh, uh, heavens are there, in this universe. So there are 1 billion other galaxies just like this in the universe. Okay, billions of galaxies are available. Okay. These complex galaxies rotate with remarkable order and efficiency. So here we need to understand that all these galaxies, they rotate with the order. Orderly they're rotating. Okay, with efficiency. Okay. To say that the universe must happen or evolve. Many people, those who deny God, atheists and all, they actually deny the creator of the universe. They don't believe in God. They actually says the universe just happened. It's an accident. It just happened like that. They say all these things. Requires more faith than to believe God is behind it. Okay. The orderly galaxies, heavenly bodies, this actually accidentally happened means it needs more faith to understand that one than simply believing God. Okay. All right. Next slide, please. Okay. So we'll see some of the theories about creation. Okay. First, we will see scientific creations, scientific creation theories. So mostly, like you all know the Big Bang theory. Big Bang theory, at one point of millions and millions of years back, uh, all this universe is all these galaxies like one ball, and it was exploded. And after explosion, the universe is the galaxies are actually expanding. Okay, they're telling about this one 10 state about 13.8 billion years ago. This was happened. Okay, and been expanding and cooling ever since. So what they actually says about this Big Bang theory is nothing but a bomb exploded. Okay, when a bomb is exploded, what happens? All the metal bodies is there in that bomb. Actually, it shoots with a great speed, and at one point of time it will actually slows down, but it will not rotate in an orderly manner. Okay, that is the thing here. So, but the galaxy is actually rotating, orderly manner. That is the surprising thing. Actually, the Big Bang theory missing. Okay, so we cannot justify the Big Bang theory. Abiogenesis. So this actually tells about the life. Okay, so they think the life is actually across from non-living matter. Actually, the life is actually emerged from non-living matter. Okay, for example, table. The wooden table is actually a non-living matter, isn't it? The sand on the shore is non-living matter. Okay. Out of it, the life is actually came into existence. That's what this theory tells about. Okay. This is merely an hypothesis, and they cannot prove anything, because if the the life came from a non-living matter means, this species what is there on earth today, like human beings, all the animals, birds and all, the new species actually is to emerge every time. Okay, but it's not happening. So that's why we cannot believe that. It's very difficult to understand this theory. Okay, so evolution theory. This is actually proposed by Charles Darwin. He actually, the evolution theory actually tells about the process of natural selection. Okay. It proposes that organisms with traits that make them better suited to their environment, and they are more likely to survive and reproduction, passing on their advantageous traits to future generations. See, for example, a polar bear actually living in Antarctica. Okay, so that actually adopts himself to the environment. Actually, there in Antarctica, the place that that area. Okay, so like that. So in the time of actually the human beings, or any animals actually adopts to the to that circumstances, and they actually they live accordingly. No, here actually, like it evolves. It evolves, like the monkey become, after some years it will become chimpanzee, and chimpanzee become human being, something like that. There's a process over the years of that. The time actually, from monkey the human being came out. But here there are so many loopholes are there in evolution theory. The simple understanding is, if monkey was evolved into human being, the monkey should not be existed now today. Okay, if monkey is evolved into a chimpanzee should not be existed today. Okay, so in all this, monkey is now existing, chimpanzee is also existing, and human beings also existing. So maybe in that way, many other loopholes are there. For example, one example in evolution theory, human milk. Okay, human milk. That mothers who gives the milk, so that milk is more likely to very near to the donkey's milk rather than the monkey's milk, something like that. Okay, so that means in that way we will see that there are many missing points, and scientists cannot explain. These are the missing points in evolutionary theory. So most of the theory is actually hypothesis. That means they just they proposed something hypothetically, but they could not prove. Okay, so evolution theory also we cannot say that this is actually, it actually questions God, but it cannot prove. Okay, so there are mythological stories are there, creation stories are there. Babylonians, Babylon time, they used to believe that there is a hero. I didn't remember his name. That person actually do war against the chaos, the darkness, and he actually wins into that war, and then he creates all the universe. Okay, that is the that means, the one person is there behind the universe to create. That's what actually they believe. But the hero may be a think, the process, the story may be a different, but they believe that, the person, the hero, that particular person actually created this universe. Okay, Mayan theory, Mayan creation also tells about the person. One person actually took a dough. Dough means, that that actually with the dough he actually created all the universe and human beings and all. That's what they actually believe. In Aryan theory, that means Hindu mythology, actually tells that, Brahma, who actually lives on lotus, actually he created all this universe, and then finally, after creating all this universe, he actually created human beings from his parts of his body, from head Brahmins, and from thighs, uh, what that Vaishyas and all different section of people, actually they created from the body, his body. So that's what actually Aryan theology, that mythological stories actually tells about creation. So Buddhist theories actually tells that, they don't touch actually creation. Okay, they only uh, the speak and, give teachings on the social order, social equality, and which is actually they merely think, touch anything about the universe. Okay, they won't. One, excuse me. Excuse me. So in creationism, we see, some theories. This is actually proposed, brother. Before that, there is a young Earth theory is there. Previous one, brother. Previous, there's one. Yeah, young Earth creationism. Okay, so this actually the young Earth theory actually tells about this. Earth is not the Earth, or the sun was actually not created millions and millions of years ago. It actually, probably the Earth was actually created maybe 50 to 30 years back only. Okay, not millions and millions of years. Okay. Maybe because of the carbon evidences and other evidences, they actually now came to 50 to 30 years, 30,000 years back only. This Earth was actually created, not as it was said in Big Bang Theory. It's billions of years back. The sun was created, Earth was created. No. Okay. So they have more evidences to tell that the Earth is very young. It is not old. Okay. So as per the Bible, Adam was probably created, uh, so maybe 6,000 years back. Okay. Maybe the other, the animals and all, maybe created little more. Maybe you can go up to 20,000 years, like that. That means, the younger theory actually gives us, uh, actually supports the creation story in the Bible, the first chapter, first two chapters of the Bible. Okay, so old Earth creation story, the theory actually tells that this theory holds that the Earth is more more older than the 6,000 years. Actually, God is actually, we read in the Bible that, on first day, God created this one, second day, third day, fourth day, finally, God created man and woman. Like that we read, no? So all these days actually not 24 hours days. That's what actually they believe. So first day, God created, heavens and earth, and after many years after that, second day, second time, he created something else, and after many thousands of years later, he created other things like that. Finally he created human beings like that. Uh, this theory actually tells about. Okay. Next, brother. Next. Okay. So we see that intelligent design. Intelligent design is the brief that the universe and everything in it is too complex to have arisen by chance and must therefore have been designed by an intellectual being. Okay. So we saw that, the vast universe designing, for example, stars. The stars were actually the chemicals which is there in the stars, the way it is actually burning, and the design, rotation, all the satellites actually rotating, the planets and, satellites, and all the magnetic power in it, and all those things that if you consider, this all design, design. So this design actually came out of the intelligent being. Okay, that intelligent being is God. Okay, so if it is just happen like that, then as an intelligent being, me and you cannot believe that it is just happen like that. Okay, intelligent design proponents often point to the complex universe. Okay, so why God created heavens and earth? Okay, we are there at Genesis 1:1 only. Okay, the heavens and earth. In the beginning, God created heavens and earth. Okay, God did not need to create the heavens and earth. First, we need to understand that the vast universe is there. In this universe, galaxies and all there, he need not to create the universe. He chose to create the universe because God is love. This is what we need to understand. Okay, he choose. Actually, if we don't create, no need actually. Okay, but he chose to create because God is love. Okay, love is best expressed towards someone or something. Okay, so since God is a person, the person who is having an attribute of love, since his God is love, he expressed himself with someone. That someone is the human beings, you and me. Okay, so we can't reduce God to mere scientific terms. We cannot say that, using all our intelligence, proving that, God doesn't exist in this universe. Okay, many scientists try to do a lot of research, but finally there are many missing links will be there in their hypothesis and, their synthesis and all. Okay, so uh, their research and all hello. Okay, so that's what we need to understand here. God created heavens and earth because he loves us. That's what we finally need to understand. Okay, with that, in the first first verse of the Bible actually tells us God loves us. Okay, because God created heavens and earth because He loved us. Okay, that's what we need to understand. Then we will go through all the book of Genesis and the remaining books of Old Testament. One by one, we will go from next week onwards, maybe a few weeks. We will study all the books of the Old Testament. First, we will one by if we take a book like Genesis, we find out the people, who are the people who are there, what are the events, and what are the important the events. We think about their lives, the history, the geography of that the incidents happened. All those things we are going to study in the days to come. Okay, brothers.